What's up, Shackles gang? This is Jalil Shackles, your advice guru, giving you relationship advice, general advice, and spreading love and positivity. I post YouTube videos Monday through Thursday, so please be sure to leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell so that you receive my uploads, and subscribe. In today's video, I'm going to talk about love or lust. Because sometimes it's really hard. Is it lust? Is it love? How do you know you're in love? And how do you know it's not just lust and you prolong it and then eventually you realize that you're not in love with the person, but the person is in love with you? How do you know? So for starters, when you think about lust, that's more the ideology, the picture that you imagine in your head of being with that person. Whether you feel like, ooh, they're going to be successful. And then when it comes from me and I get with them, we're both going to be successful because that person is successful. Or that person has their mind right, so I don't have to worry about the BS. And the imagery that I have is the perfect wedding, the perfect situation, the perfect family, just everything. And they have the looks, the appearance of somebody that I want to get with. Love is more deeper rooted. And a lot of times when you ask somebody, how do you know you're in love? They just say, oh, you'll know when you find it. You'll know when you see it. And it's like, how is that going to help me? How is that going to help me? Because what if I think that I'm in love, but then realize this person is abusive? But then technically, since I love them, I still want to work with them. I still want to make sure things are okay, but they continue doing the same things over and over, which makes it hard to break up because I know that I'm in love and the people around me know that we've been together since forever. So what do I do? See, when it comes to love, it's a work of art. It's patient. It's kind. And when it comes to love, you know you're in love when the person that is right in front of you accepts you for your flaws and still loves you anyway. Still shows concernment, isn't afraid to tell you when you're wrong or when they disagree with you. Not necessarily in means to dehumanize you or make you feel emasculated or made you feel less than, but just to say, hey, that's not right, or I think differently. And they also respect your opinion, and you both respect each other. The fact that you're able to respect each other and you feel good in each other's presence, that builds love. Then as it progresses more so, you start thinking, I can't stop thinking about this one person because this is the only person that treats me accordingly. And these other people that come in and out of my life keep on cheating, lying, stealing. But this one person, although they may have their flaws, we have our ups and downs in a relationship. Mind you, no relationship is perfect. They still try to uplift me. That's what love is. You're both working together and you treat them as your equal. The way you would want to be treated is the way you treat them. At the same time, you have to learn what love means to that other person. Because the way you love may not be the way that they love. In the way that, say that you're a guy and you tend to like other girls' photos, but you don't mean anything about it. You just like the photos, like, oh, that was a really great picture, you know? And then the other girl deems it as cheating, but you don't see it that way. That's why you have to learn how other people love. Because for them, it might be disrespectful. For you, it might be innocence. And at the same time, you want to get really in there and figure out, okay, am I disrespecting this person? What do they find disrespectful? What do I find disrespectful? And not in a way to be malicious and be like, oh, well, you do this and you do that. It's like, no, I want to respect you at all times. I want to know your triggers. I want to know what sets you off so that I don't do it to you, and vice versa. I want you to know my triggers so that it doesn't happen to me. Like, say you go talking to another guy and you're over here laughing and chatting it up and not even acknowledging my existence. For me, that'll be disrespectful, but for you, you're just having a good time. You're talking, you don't mean nothing by it. But it's like, be conscious and aware that I'm standing right there. So introduce me. Or be like, hey, yo, I got a boyfriend. My boyfriend's over here. Like, something. And that's the efforts of love. It's a tit for tat. It's more of a compromise. And sometimes it's just like, it's mainly a sacrifice. When you love, it's a sacrifice. When you lust, it's only one ideology, one person, one idea, and you don't conform to making somebody your perfect person just because you have this image of them. And a lot of times with lust, and you could write this down, is that because we have this ideology of a perfect person, whatever they do, they could do no wrong, which inevitably makes us in a position where we accept the BS, even though in a normal circumstance, if it was anybody else, we wouldn't accept it. So the differences between one another, lust is right away the initial attraction and what you have for the idea of the relationship. Love is the actual actions taken past lust and figuring out, okay, is this a person that I could see myself spending my life with? Do they drink too much? Do they smoke too much? You know what? I'm not about that life. You could also be attracted to a person, but not necessarily engaged to be in love with them. You could keep them at a distance, make them an acquaintance, instead of being like, oh, I love you. But in reality, you're in love with the idea of being in love. That's lust. When you're actually in love, it's a totally different spectrum. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. There may be 2 or 3 videos today. Who knows? Jalil Shackles, Deuces.